Hey everyone, welcome. This is Dr. Vic with the Wellness Path. I want to first off welcome you. This morning I was looking at some news and I saw that the CDC said that in 2015, it's the first time ever in the last 20 years, I believe since 1993 to be exact, since the United States has seen a decline in life expectancy. Now, in my office, and I talk to patients, I do different talks. I talk about how, especially with children, that the first time ever in the history of humanity, our children are not going to outlive their parents. That is a prediction. And now, when you look at that for a second, you got to say that's an alarming fact. But here's the thing: we're starting to see it already as we see life expectancy starting to dip. Now, you may say, well, you're being really picky because it is only zero point 0.1 out of a year, so it's a little less than a month. But momentum has to slow down and then eventually it starts to revert back and speed up. And we're going to start to see that if we don't make changes. Now, the United States is way behind the world when it comes to life expectancy, anyhow. And what I mean by that is progress and growth. And so, why is that? Well, it's very simple. We live in a sick care model. We live in a sick care system. Every time we're sick or things like that, we run to the doctor freaking out that we have this crisis. They tell you this is what you have to do, and you make sure your blood work is fine. Make sure that we do CT scans, and you know what, you don't show any cancer. You're good. And we look at those things and allow that to be the parameters for health. We allow that the parameters for health to be, well, it's all based on how I feel. If I feel good, then I'm healthy. If I don't feel good, I'm not. Or, as medical system has educated over the years, it's all about an absence of disease, right? Health is an absence of disease based on how you feel. And that model's got to go. It's failing drastically. And we need to shift and look at a different perspective. And in this video, I just want to share a couple things. First, health is your responsibility. Health is something you have to work at daily. We understand the principles of life when it comes to, if you want to be successful, you have to put into what you have to put in every day, work towards it. You only get out of life what you put into life. If you want to be financially successful, you have to save and you have to constantly work on that. If you want to be physically fit, you have to constantly work on being physically fit. If you want proper dental hygiene or proper dental health, you got to brush your teeth every day. You got to floss every day. I mean, these are consistent habits, and the principles, universal laws, all these things say that if you're consistent, it's your habits that will create your reality. And if you're not taking time to focus on your health and focus on habits that create that create a healthier body, a healthier mind, an overall healthier individual, then you're going to be doing the opposite of that. You cannot grow and shrink at the same time. You cannot expand and shrink. It's impossible. How do you do that? And so it's either going to be one or the other. So you have to focus on your health every day. Number one, you got to take responsibility for your health. Period. If we want to change healthcare, if we want to change life expectancy, but more importantly, I don't care about life expectancy because there's drugs out there now that can make you live longer, but quality of life is going down drastically. But how about living longer and have a better quality of life? That's what I'm after. That's what I look at. And so we have to take responsibility for our own health, for our own actions. You're not a diseased individual. You don't have bad genes. You weren't dealt bad cards, as I hear all the time. No. You're designed to be healthy. And any doctor who's truly doing the right thing for you is going to look at what is not allowing you to heal. What are the blocks that are interfering with this natural healing mechanism, this natural healing machine that you are? And how do we remove that so you can allow yourself to heal more and thrive more and feel better and concentrate more and sleep better and have more energy and to just enjoy life more? Number one, you have to take responsibility of your health, or else you'll never achieve it because you'll live the victim card like everyone else does. Number two, in order to shift healthcare, we have to change the definition. We just have to. Health is not an absence of disease. Health is not based on how you feel. The third thing the question I always get is, or response is, health is based on exercise and nutrition. That's it. Well, that's a factor of it, but it's not the end all be all. And a lot of people trust exercise and nutrition to be the real thing that helps you become healthy. And unfortunately, folks, that's not the end all be all, because the answer to looking at what health is based on function. And so if you're going to say, well, exercise and nutrition is where it's all at, well, if you have a body that's breaking down over time and you're increasing your physical stress or exercise over time, it's going to break down the body, and it's going to start to break it down faster and faster and faster. That's how people get injuries. Injuries is a sign of poor biomechanics. Injury is a sign of a body not being able to take on stress to a certain degree. The second thing is nutrition. This is my own life experience. If your digestive system isn't working well, it's not functioning well, how the heck do you expect it to break down food properly? How the heck do you expect it to digest things properly? You need function in order to do that. So we need to start looking at health and saying, you know what? We need to start testing and looking at parameters that determine what is function. That's how we're going to change healthcare. And number 3, if you're going to really look at your health, look at your nervous system. That should be the first thing everyone should be looking at. When a baby's first born, they should have their nervous system checked. When at any period of your life, you should have your nervous system checked. Why? Well, it's simple. If function is health, well, what controls function? What controls every function in your body? What controls every mechanism in your body? It's chiropractic. It's that simple. And if you're not accessing your nervous system to see exactly how well you're functioning, well, you're doing a poor service to yourself and your health. And eventually you're going to be breaking down little at a time. You're not going to live an optimal life, the life that you were designed to. You're not going to maximize the healing potential which your body can do. You're not going to communicate and tell the body, the brain to know exactly what's going out there and know how it has to tell the body how to respond. We're not going to be able to give that information out there if we're not looking at function. And that is something we need to do. We need to shift our parameters. We need to shift how we look at things in order to continue to shift the boat of where we're going when it comes to healthcare, when it comes to life expectancy, when it comes to quality of life. And if we don't start doing that, we're going to continue to see these life expectancies continue to see it go down, and we're going to continue to see the sick care model system that we are seeing. I mean, guys, it's the truth. 8 out of 10 people have a chronic illness or disease of some sort. 5 out of 6 people are going to be experiencing some sort of cancer or heart disease in their lifetime. Those are astronomical numbers. We're not in a healthy healthcare system. So again, number 1, you got to take responsibility for your health. Number 2, we got to define a new definition of what health is, which is function. Not feeling well, not absence of disease, not exercise or nutrition. It's function. And number 3, we have to look at the thing that controls function overall, which is your nervous system. I know it's a little lengthy. Thank you if you made it to this end. I want to thank you for that. Again, we need to start making shifts, and it all happens with us. We can't trust government. We can't trust any of those things because they're not going to look at what's the best interest of humanity. Unfortunately, I wish that was different, but the fact is the power comes from you. We are the power. We are the people who we have the power. And if we want to change healthcare, we need to start changing it with ourselves first. And this is a very universal principle, very spiritual principle. And so start there and make that happen. If you liked the video, please click like. If you thought it was inspirational of some sort, please, and you wanted to share it, please share. If you have a cool story or comment, please comment below. These are things that let me know if you like the video, and I'll continue to make more. So until next time, this is Dr. Vic with The Wellness Path. Live well, be well. The choice is yours.